Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm gonna read Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, so listen up. It was the afternoon of Christmas Eve, and some friends from Sesame Street were having a skating party. "This place snapped the whip," said Cookie Monster. "Wonderful, wonderful, 1 time around," said the Count. 2 times around, the Count grabbed Ernie's arm. 3 times around, the Count continued. Ernie took Bert's arm and spun him around. 4 times around, 5 times around. The Count was delighted, but Bert grabbed desperately at a trash can that just happened to be skating by. From inside the can, a grouchy voice grumbled. "Hey, take your hands off the hardware!" 6 times around, yelled the Count. "Take it easy," yelled the trash can. "Stop," yelled Bert. But now they're going too fast to stop. Around and around and around, faster and faster and faster. Bert tried with all his might to hold on, but the can went flying through the air, down the flight of stairs, through a wall, down some more stairs, through another wall, and out a door. It finally landed with a crash on the sidewalk outside. "Oscar, are you alright?" Bibber set the trash can upright. Oscar pulled his head out and shook his green fur. "Alright, let's go back and do it again." Then he mumbled, "I've been thrown out of better places than that." "Oh, I'm so glad you're alright, Oscar," said Big Bird. "I want everybody to be happy on Christmas Eve. It's big night tonight. Santa's van will land on the roof, and then he'll take his big bags on and slide right down the chimney." Oscar couldn't stand it. "Just on right there, Bird Brain. Do you know how big the inside of a chimney is?" Big Bird, his friend Patty, didn't. "About this big, that's how big." Oscar held his grubby paws about 6 inches apart. "So how's a guy like Santa Claus, who's built like a dump truck, how's he going to get down all those skate chimneys, huh?" Bibber had to think about that. Well, he held his breath like this. Bibber sucked in his breath to make himself thinner. "That's like trying to get a basketball into a ginger ale bottle," snorted Oscar. Bibber tried again. Well, he'd come down the fire escape and window. "Window's locked," growled Oscar. "Flip it over," asked Patty. "Door's locked," snapped Oscar. Bibber's eyes filled with tears. "I don't know how Santa gets in." Then Oscar spoke very softly, so Bibber and Patty had to learn it close to hear him. "Well, I think you better find out, because if there is no way for him to get in, there are going to be a lot of empty stockings around town tomorrow morning." Merry Christmas. Bibber sighed and sat down on the curb. He was so upset that he didn't notice his friends were heading back to Sesame Street. They were singing and laughing, but Big Bird didn't even hear them. "Hello, Big Bird," said Patty. "It's time to go home." When Big Bird and Patty arrived back on Sesame Street, Kermit the Frog was waiting for them. Kermit could see right away that something was wrong, and being a clever frog, he knew it's time to find out what was wrong. "What's wrong?" he asked. Big Bird told him. "Oh," said Oscar. "Everything was fine until he started asking, how does Santa Claus get down those skate chimneys when he's so fast?" "And we've got to find out," said Patty. Big Bird agreed. "Because if Santa can't get down the chimney, no one will get any friends tonight." Now Kermit knew that was wrong. And he found some frog thought, and then he had a frog idea. "Who knows more about Santa Claus than anybody?" Big Bird and Patty guessed. "The elves. Mrs. Claus, Macy's." But Kermit had no answer. "Kids, that's who. So I'll just run up Rover and Harry, and we'll go ask some kids." And I was going to find Rover and Harry. In the basement apartment at 123 Sesame Street, Ernie threw his skates under the sofa. Birds are already undressed and ready for a hot bath. Oh boy. He sighed as he slowly lowered himself into the bubbles. Fishtail's peachy. But suddenly he had a terrible thought. Johnny Walkers. It's Christmas Eve. I still don't have an idea for Ernie's present. It's gotta be something special. Wait a minute. What's this in the tub? He rolled around and fished out a chubby little bathtub toy. It's Ernie's rubber ducky. Say, that gives me a nasty idea. I know what to get Ernie. I'll get him a soap dish. He can put his rubber ducky in it so it won't keep falling into the water. I reckon it'll Mr. Hooper's store right away. Meanwhile, in the living room, Ernie noticed something shiny on the rod. Because he was curious, he did something that he almost never did. He picked it up. What's a paperclip? He said. I bet it's from my old laborer's paperclip collection. He looked closer. Of course, it's for his 1957 Acme. Why, he did this long when he lost this. Hey, now I know what I'll get for Christmas. I'll get him a cigar box so he can use his paperclip collection in it. That's what I'll get him. The none of paperclip. I don't get lost again. As soon as Bert left the bathroom, Ernie grabbed Rubber Ducky. Bert, called Ernie, I went out for a while. He tossed the 1957 Acme paperclip over his shoulder, back onto the rug, and marched out the front door. Ernie hurried to Mr. Hooper's store. Well, hello, Ernie, said Mr. Hooper. What brings you here? Hi there, Mr. Hooper, said Ernie. Just doing a little last-minute bit of shopping. But he spotted something, just the thing he was looking for. Say, that's sure the fine-looking cigar box on the shelf. I don't have any money, Mr. Hooper, but so all they gave you a ducky here for that cigar box. Would you trade? Ernie, exclaimed Mr. Hooper. He couldn't believe his ears. Are you sure you love that rubber ducky more than anything? Ernie swallowed hard and looked up at Mr. Hooper. I'm just gonna have a cigar box. Mr. Hooper stared long and hard at the side of the face, and slowly took the cigar box down from the shelf. Well, it's really not important, he said. You a cigar box, Ernie. Thank you, Mr. Hooper, said Ernie, and he asked for a ducky. He offered a moment. Goodbye, Mr. Hooper. They looked at one last time at his chubby little yellow bathtub friend and said the hardest thing in the world for him to say. Goodbye, Rubber Ducky. As Ernie turned to leave, the door opened. It was Bert. Ernie quickly hid the cigar box behind his back. See you at home, Bert, he said. Before Bert could answer, Ernie ran out of Hooper's door, holding the cigar box so Bert couldn't see it. Mr. Hooper, stammered Bert, I am prepared to offer you the deal of a lifetime. Now, this is the finest paperclip collection in the free world. Just look. Oh, here's my chrome-plated jumbo gem. This is the one meant in the shape of a letter W. It's very impressive, Bert, said Mr. Hooper. Bert agreed. Yes, and you're also individual. Mr. Hooper, I'm prepared to trade you this terrific paperclip collection for just one small soap dish. What do you say, Mr. Hooper? Do we have a deal? Mr. Hooper knew how Bert felt about the paperclip collection. It's very much the same way Ernie felt about his rubber ducky. But I could see that Bert's mind was made up. Well, what can I say, Bert? You've talked me into it. You have a soap dish. I'll put a nice box for you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hooper. Then Bert paused for a moment. Just one more thing, Mr. Hooper. Can I come by once in a while and look at my paper? His voice choked and his eyes filled with tears. He couldn't finish the question. Never mind, he said. Bert slowly turned his back on the paperclips and left the store. Mr. Hooper stared after his friend and looked down at the rubber ducky and paperclips on the counter. After a moment, he smiled, gathered them up and put them in boxes and closed the shop. Hurried downstairs. He was thinking how sorry he didn't know his Bob until Bob told him. Happy Hanukkah, Mr. Hooper. It was like, Bob, remember that Mr. Hooper celebrated a Jewish holiday this time of the year. Thank you, Bob, he said, and Merry Christmas to you. As Mr. Hooper passed the trash cans in front of 123 Sesame Street, he heard the drowsy voice. Oh, the Christmas presents on Sappy kids, it's all a lot of baloney if you ask me. Mr. Hooper stopped and thoughtfully touched the ready brown stocking that was hanging from off their stand. If it's all a lot of baloney, Oscar, he asked, then why do you have this stocking on here on Christmas Eve? Oscar was trying, but he managed to think fast. You must know, Mr. Nosy Partner, I was just drying my laundry. And Oscar slammed back into his can so Mr. Hooper could see how embarrassed he was. After Ernie had left Mr. Hooper's store, he went right home, wrapped Bert's present, and just in time. As he was taping the last corner, Bert walked in the door. Oh, I'm glad you're home, Bert, buddy, said Ernie. I can stay on. Let's open our presents right now. Okay, Ernie, said Bert, let's go. He handed Ernie the packets he was carrying. Merry Christmas, Ernie. Merry Christmas, Bert, you go first. Bert studied the neatly wrapped present that Ernie held out to him. Ernie, what a superb wrapping job. Now, if I can just slap my finger under the paper and get the tape. Now, how about the scissors? Well, maybe if I just... Ernie couldn't stand waiting. Just open it up, Bert. He held and Bert tore the paper. Oh, hunky dory, Ernie, it's a cigar box. It's my favorite collection, Bert. Suddenly, Bert's knees became weak and his face felt cold and clammy. For my favorite clamps, tears filled his big round eyes, but somehow he controlled himself. Oh, yeah. Why don't you your present, Ernie? And Ernie did. Oh, Bert, it's a soap dish. That's right, Ernie. Bert said proudly. I got it from Rubber Ducky. As soon as Ernie was heard as from Rubber Ducky, his heart just broke. No, there will always be an empty soap dish in his tummy to remind him that Rubber Ducky is gone forever. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Come in, Ernie said sadly. It was Mr. Hooper. Merry Christmas, boys, he said, and he handed a gift to each of them. Ernie were trying to smile. Slowly they unwrapped the presents, not really caring what was inside. Never caring that until they saw what was inside. Bert reached into the wrap and pulled out a handful of bright shiny metal. Mr. Hooper, he exclaimed, it's my paper plate collection. And it's my rubber ducky, shouted Ernie, jumping up and down. Bert suddenly. But suddenly Bert had a terrible thought. Ernie, when you gave Mr. Hooper anything? You're wrong, Bert, said Mr. Hooper. I got the best Christmas present ever. The present was seeing that everyone got exactly what he wanted for Christmas. Kermit, Harry, and Rover were spending the afternoon talking to kids. Everyone they asked had their idea about how Santa Claus gets down the chimney, and Kermit wrote down every single answer. Finally, Kermit went back to where Big Patty and Snuffy were waiting. He doesn't look good, Big Bird, he said. Just listen to some of the answers we got. Santa Claus is going to a crash diet every Thursday. He can lose 200 pounds. Several kids believe that they have rubber chimneys. Here's one who says Santa either has a fishing pole or very long arms. A boy in 70 seconds so you can send one of his elves. How about this? He sneaks in with elves at Thanksgiving and hides in one room until Christmas. No, moaned Big Bird. This isn't getting us anywhere. Here it is Christmas Eve, and we still don't know how Santa gets down the chimney. What am I going to do? I'm really sorry, Big Bird, said Kermit, but we tried. Well, what do you think, Kermit? Asked Big Bird. Me? Oh, I think maybe what he does is... Kermit stopped and thought for a long time. I don't know how Santa gets down the chimney, Big Bird.